Well, welcome back. As you can see, I've put the screen up for the terrace. Only took me about an hour and a half, so definitely worth doing that. It was nice in the summer to sit outside this side, and it'll be great in the winter. I can do work, whatever weather, inside that enclosure. So yeah, very happy with that. I'll be doing the same next year, taking it down, putting it back. Yeah, those gaps are still there from last year. I'm going to need to put some hardboard, buy some hardboard and put strips like I've done on the front here. And I need to get some sort of clamps or screws or something to fit the gaps here, because it's going to be cold otherwise. It's going to be cold anyway, but I think it'll be even colder. It wasn't such a problem last winter, but I wanted to be a bit warmer. So filling these gaps, like this one down the side, is going to be a big help. I took delivery 2 weeks ago. I took delivery of some pallets. So yeah, that was an afternoon's work, taking them from the bottom where they were dropped off up to here. Yeah, good deal, I think, really, overall. €3 each, 40 pallets, and most of them are new. So these are going to go in the greenhouse when I put the greenhouse up, and I'm going to use it for staging and like shelving and somewhere to walk on in the greenhouse. Last Saturday I was working on this fire pit and clearing it out, getting the bricks out and cutting the weeds. So transferred the top bricks. There's still bricks there. There are still bricks there, but the top bricks are now here in a pile. They'll need to be cleaned before they go back. Again, that's going to be next summer probably. I wanted to do it this summer, but ran out of time. So this will be my next project. The back door is broken, so I'm going to replace it with this new door, but it's been standing around for a couple of years, hence the black on the bottom. Yeah, it's got these small glass panels in there. I'm going to keep the bottom two, take out well, I've already taken out one, and I'm going to take out these other two, and I'm going to replace it with glass, which I'll have to buy, and then cut it all to size. It's oversized, so I'll have to cut the bottom and the sides. Yeah, so as you can see, there's a crack at the top, but it actually goes all the way down to the bottom, and so I don't think there's anything I can do to repair that. So it's going to be, I'm going to need the new door to go on. And this is where the greenhouse will go. I'm going to buy a 3 meter by 8 meter greenhouse, so it's going to be pretty big, and this is going to go right in the middle, at the far end, because it'll get more sun. So obviously I want as much sun as possible, so today the job for the day is to cut down these trees, these saplings, clear all this up, so it's going to let light in the morning. So the direction you're looking at now is where the sun rises in the morning, and then it goes around like that, and as you can see, sun's out there. So by cutting these trees down and clearing this area, it's going to let light in during the morning. This has happened again. I don't know whether it's the deer or boar. There are wild boar in the area. I can't believe deer have made this much mess. They just, you know, it's going to be a lot of deer to do this, I think. Or one deer very busy. So, and I've only ever seen one deer at a time. So, you know, I never see two deer together. But see, so it's gone all the way down there. So I'm just going to level this off later today and leave it till next spring. Right, you may remember in a previous video I said I was going to clear this area, cut all these bushes down. Never got round to it this summer, but I should have a few nice days coming up in the next few weeks, so I'm going to make a start on that. Yeah, I don't have to cut the grass so often now, so I'll have time to do that. Carried on with the work I did last summer and clearing this area, flattening it and developing the ground. So pretty pleased with what I did this summer. As you can see, it's all more or less clear. Again, these bushes, this is going to take years, really. These bushes will be cut probably next summer, and I'll move bit by bit. I'll move further down this field. I want to get to. I really like this tree. Actually, it's a few trees together, and I want to be able to see this from the terrace. So that's the sort of scale I need to think about doing. So it's a big job, but I don't mind. I like doing it. It's good exercise, and you feel a lot of satisfaction from seeing something turning out nice. So I never got around to cutting this part this summer, but I did move along, and I did make some impression this side, and there were a few small trees that I cut down, and so overall fairly happy with the progress for this field. And as you can see, the grass is growing quite nicely now, and it'll all reform, and this time next year you'll think it was always like this. So just a little bit to do, but it does take a long time. You know, just cutting one strip about 1 meter wide, it takes about an hour just going down there, because it's not just grass, there's earth as well. So you're actually cutting into the earth and leveling it. So it just takes a lot of time. It's not particularly hard work, but it just is time consuming. But it's going to look really nice eventually at some point in the future. I don't know when. But yeah, it's very nice, and it looks great on a day like today. Well, another hard day. Yes, when I started this venture, I thought it was going to take me 3 days, and it looks like that's what's going to happen now, I think. Good progress, but still a lot to do. Wednesday I started with this side, cut down a lot of trees that side, and moved across to this side. So I wouldn't say nearly done, but another day's worth of work to clear these trees, and I think these as well, these few. It's not so much chopping them down, it's stripping them and then putting them in a good place to dry. I'm not sure if I'm going to use these for firewood or whether I've got something else planned. But at the moment I'm just leaning them up against this tree, and this has proved useful in the past for drying out firewood. Yeah, this is my stash of firewood for the winter. I've covered it over so it doesn't get wet. As you can see, some big trees, and yeah, I had to use the big saw on them, but yeah, I probably will use these, cut these up in the future for firewood.